Hello, chemists. We are going to talk about this site, Discovery Education, which you're going to be using a lot while I am out on leave. Okay, so when you click a link that I give you in an assignment, which will look like an assessment on Schoology, it's going to take you to a different web page. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like on the iPad. When you get there, you may have to sign in. You're going to use your lunch pin. Okay, your lunch pin with the letter in front of it, right? And then your AZZ password. You're gonna sign in, okay? And it will take you to the Discovery page that I'm linking you to. So I'm gonna have to hit a few more buttons. Yours won't look like this, okay? You will go right to a page that I have linked, okay? So this is the first assignment we're going to do. So we're just going to use this to help us. So what you'll notice, a few things. There are lots of different tabs up here that you can click on. Right now, this green bar means I'm in the Engage section of the lesson. Okay, it's usually the first one we'll start with. You can click over Explore, and then you see a 1 and a 2. So this is part 1, and there's a part 2 with more information on it. And then there's Explore More Resources. Okay, and I will always be directing you to show you what you need. But the Explore has a whole bunch more information. Obviously, we're not going to go over all of this, so make sure you're paying attention to the directions of what you should be focusing on. Then there's an Explain section, okay, and Elaborate with STEM. Has some different projects and ideas that have to do with STEM topics, and then Evaluate. Okay, we aren't going to use this website for grading. So there are places that there are questions on here. Okay, like a practice assessment, for example. Lots of things on this website will open in another tab. All right, so here's where it was, and then I clicked and opened a new one. So you can take practice assessments on here, and they'll get the ones that are multiple choice, those will get graded, but I won't see those. No teacher will see those. They're just for practice. We're doing everything that's graded on Schoology. Okay. So let's take a look here at this first section. Oftentimes there's things to read. Okay. So a few things. You always want to check. You can go to this sidebar over here and click on language. A few things. You can change this to Spanish. Unfortunately, Spanish is the only one, but if that's helpful to you, you can read in Spanish. I like to use reading level B, okay? If you want to increase your intensity and read at a higher level, you can pick reading level A. Notice it got a little longer, but that's up to you. So you want to make sure your language is in reading level B, or if you want to use Spanish, you can. Okay. The other thing that we can do, okay. So if you click on a word, okay, you can do a few different things. Okay. If you, for example, run into a word that you want to take some notes on, you can take digital notes on this website and it will save them for you under your profile when you're signed in. So you could highlight it and add a note that way. Let's say you want to highlight in yellow. Okay. You can delete the highlight then, change the color. Right? Or you can click here where it says take notes. Okay. And you're adding like a little post-it. So you want to say something about videos. Watch all videos. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So you can add a little note, and then you see this little notebook pop up over here. Okay. And you can click on that. You can delete the highlight. Okay. And that takes the note out too. So that's a way if you want to be taking notes while you do this, you can. Let's see if we highlight a whole, oh my goodness. Okay. the whole section like this, all right? And we have it speak. It will read to you, okay? It's kind of robotic, but it's nice if you want that, okay? Then sometimes there's pictures. You can make them bigger by hitting the plus sign. Oh, I lied. You can make them bigger by clicking on them. You can see a caption, right? Usually I have you read those. Then sometimes there's going to be videos. I will let you know if you need to watch any videos. This one's very long, 34 minutes and 48 seconds. So there'll be videos within readings. And then down at the bottom, there's usually some pictures, an image, right? Or video segments for you to watch. Then at the very bottom, there's always questions on each page. Again, just like the practice assessments at the end, these aren't getting looked at or graded by anyone. They're just kind of for you. If you want to look at them and look through them, you can, but you don't have to. All the questions that are graded are going to be on Schoology. But you can type in there and submit things. I won't see them. Other teachers won't see them. You can practice things like matching and submit them and see the answers, right? That might be helpful for some of these. Some of these questions I will use on Schoology, and some I won't. Some I will change or adjust, make a little different. But it might be good to just glance at the questions at the bottom when you have a page assigned to you. So I will put in direct links to exact places I want you to go. There'll be instructions in that assessment for you to know what you need to read, what you need to watch, and what you don't. So when I link to a page, that does not mean that you have to click on every single tab and read and do everything. And make sure you're paying attention to the directions. One more thing you can do is, if you see, let's find one. If you see a highlighted word, okay, like Mendeleev down here in blue. Okay, if you click on a blue word, it opens up a new page and there is a glossary. So it's like a very intense dictionary. So there's sometimes animation, there's details, definition is in the details. Sometimes there's videos, all right, or images. All right, so it's a lot of information about that word. So if you are reading something, okay, and you're like, oh, I don't know what that word means. There's not usually a lot in these first sections, but there become more as we go on to explore and explain, okay? There'll be some more blue highlighted words, right? So like, you can click on element. It takes you to the glossary entry on element.